Welcome to chapter 15, last and final chapter. So this chapter is about spreading your news, spreading what you have done with your research. You did a lot of work doing the research, so you want to let the world know what you actually did. You don't want to keep it to yourself. You want to make sure that they know what's going on. And this is kind of tell you how to do that, how to go about and telling the rest of the world what you did. There's pointless for you to do research and then you don't tell anyone else what you did, because no one could actually improve things if everyone is doing that. Our society won't actually improve because we don't know. We might be repeating the same thing over and over again. It will take us a longer time to improve on anything. So it's good to communicate your information to the rest of the world. And the first part of it is, you're probably familiar with it already, is how to write APA paper. So APA stands for American Psychological Association, and they actually published the manual which all of you are using to write your psychology paper or behavioral health paper in the past, this whole entire degree and major that you're in. So, and there are certain guidelines and certain things that APA actually want you to do. So, and you actually been following that, doing citation and references based on APA. And there is 4 basic principle guideline when you're writing APA paper. One is being accurate. You want to make sure that you are accurate. You're representing what you're actually saying. Okay, you don't want to remember this is a research paper. You don't want to show that you actually writing in a 3rd grade level or 6th grade level. Like this research is about blah blah blah. So that's more a junior high type of level of writing. You want to show that you are more credible than that. That you using finding the correct word and using more better writing style per se. Okay, you want to make sure there's no misspell or error in your paper. If you do, make sure you correct that before turning them in. Okay. Second, you want to be comprehensive, yes, concise. You want to actually explain what you actually did in your research clearly, okay, and concisely. This is not a novel. So you're not there to make it so pretty and so fanciful. The point of this is you want to kind of report straight all the details that you did, and that's it. Okay, you don't want to make it. This is not Harry Potter that you're describing and trying to. It's not a magical world wizard that you're trying to, make it look interesting. It's your research. You just want to make it go straight to the point of what you actually did. Something that you keep in mind, and actually I probably been correcting this as you. Putting in your paper is using appropriate abbreviation. So make sure before you use abbreviation you spell it out first and then abbreviate it. You could abbreviate it after that. Okay, keep writing in focus. Do not repeat information over and over again. Some part you might have to repeat information, but consult that with your instructor. Be conservative. You want to make sure that you make a proper claim. We had problem in the past where supplement companies make a claim that their medication or their supplement is a weight loss supplement. It's help everyone lose weight, and they get sued because of that, because they never did a study showing that it's applying for everyone. All they did is study 10-20 people, which is convenient sample, and not really showing that that medication and that supplements is applied for the general public. In order for you to do that, you have to test thousands and thousands of people, and those companies don't want to waste their time to do that. That's why they get sued, and that's why you see on this commercial now they kind of change their tone. They cannot say it's weight loss supplements. Be appropriate and unbiased when you actually write in your paper. Make sure you're not reporting any biases. and certain language as well. You don't want to use and you want to use the unbiased language. You don't want to use any biased language. For instance, you want to kind of include both gender, men and women. If you're going to refer social group, you might want to capitalize them: blacks, whites, Asians, American. Okay, so be as PC. I always say be as PC as you can. Also, never use the word kids, kids, KIDS or KID, in your research paper. Okay, always use the word child or children instead. Child or children. Kid is not a proper word that we use. Okay. Let's see. The first page, I can't give you this. If you look at the resources, if you look at the resource file, I actually gave you some of these early on for you to look at before you write your paper. Your paper should consist of all of these things, like should have title, should have authors, affiliation, authors note, kind of similar to this. Okay, your title should be interesting but straightforward, referring to your research directly. You should have the word running head, your brief summary of your title and your page number. Your authors note you don't have to include in there, but like your name, the school that you go to, the classes, the date, all of that should be here as well. And remember to use Times New Roman 12 font. Okay, Times New Roman 12 font. That's just all these should be part of your APA. It should be automatic for you. A lot of you already know that. Your abstract should be between 150 to 200 words. It should not be more than that. Okay, and the abstract should have all of these information: number of participants, what do you do, what kind of design are you doing, how do you construct your design, what is the findings. You guys don't have this for this class, but what is your result, and also what is the conclusion, 1 or 2 sentences of conclusion. So a quick summary of your whole entire paper. Introduction should start on 3rd page, and this is one of the first thing you guys did, is introduction. Once you actually have your research idea, is to provide the introducing the idea of what the idea is. And again, we did 10. I asked you to do 10 sources, and then the 10 sources could go into this section here, the introduction portion of the paper. The methodology and result, I also mentioned those as well. How many participants you have, how did you choose your samples, where your sample came from, number of participants that was actually in your study, how do you go about to do your study in the procedures section, that has to be detailed. Data analysis, for this class, all you have to do is write down how are you going to analyze those data, what kind of tests you're going to be using, t-test, ANOVA, Pearson R, Spearman Rowe, what kind of tests you're going to be using, descriptive studies. So all of those should be in there, data analysis. Result, you don't have to write that one here in the research proposal because you're not actually conducting the study, but you're going to be writing the discussion portion of it. What kind of future study can you do? What kind of things that went wrong? What kind of things that confounding variables that you found in the study? So all of this become very important for your studies. And then you have the reference pages. Hopefully all of you have 10 or more references list on there. Okay, lit review is based on those 10 references that you actually did find out, and you could actually list them there in that lit review section. Okay. Qualitative study, that's a little bit different because you're not analyzing the same way that with the quantitative type of study. You actually use analysis based on just kind of principle and create it and the belief that you have. a few ways for us to actually show the work. One is poster session. You could have poster session, which we do. We have symposium usually in spring that kind of display all of our students' work, all the psych major and behavioral health major as well. Display the poster, just show everyone else their idea and the time that they spend about the things that they're interested in. Presenting the poster should be pretty concise and short and straightforward. Avoid any technical jargon. Just kind of go in and talk straight what the poster is. Usually, we also have professional talk as well to give a kind of summary of your research, what your research is about. Okay, and that's conclude our chapter 15. Thank you for watching, and that's also conclude all of our PowerPoint series. Thank you.